Welcome back to Real Rapport.
I'm Cameron. This is Connor.
And I'm Claire.
Let's get real.
So today we're going to be talking about the Spider-Man Brand New Day trailer. I think it's been out for a while, but I believe that Cameron hasn't seen it yet. Is that correct?
He's seen very limited clips and images from it because I did want to watch it with you.
Yeah, and I know
Hopefully for this.
I know,
but,
Claire, you've seen it as well. You've seen it, right?
Well, yes.
How many times do you think you've seen it?
I think I watched it 5 times the first day it came out, and then I watched it like 3 times the next day.
So we're sitting at like at least 8.
And then I saw it yesterday in the movie theaters.
So you
What
think
did you see yesterday?
I saw Project Hail Mary.
Oh, nice.
So did you like that movie?
Oh, I have some things to ask you / say, but we'll get there when we get.
What do you think of the trailer, Claire?
Oh, wait, of this?
Wait, hold on. We'll try.
Okay. You're excited? You're excited for Spider-Man?
Yes.
Okay.
You like Spider-Man a little bit?
Yes.
Tom Holland's your favorite Spider-Man?
Yes.
All right.
Okay, let's jump into the trailer.
But not just because he's hot.
But it's bonus points.
But yeah,
Okay. All right. You want to watch it?
he's so
do it.
flexible.
Calm down.
I can't believe our first day at MIT! MJ, come on, pretend like you're not the happiest you've ever been in your entire life.
I can't.
I knew it!
Hi, my name is Peter Parker. You don't remember me, but we used to know each other. Something bad was going to happen, and the only way to stop it was to make everyone forget about me. Because I'm not just Peter Parker. I'm Spider-Man.
The hell, Frank? You just hit me with a van!
Put your weapon. Suit yourself. Mother.
Go home!
And sometimes Spider-Man has to do the hard thing, even if it breaks Peter Parker's heart. What is happening to me?
Oh, God.
Excuse me, Dr. Banner. I need your help.
What did you say your name was? If DNA is mutating, it would be enormously dangerous. Spiders have 3 life cycles. When between cycles, it can leave the spider vulnerable to threats.
We are faced with a danger that we can't control. One we can't even see. Stay out of my way.
You're losing it, kid. And for those spiders who make it through, it amounts to a kind of rebirth.
Nice flowers.
Oh, they're a housewarming gift.
I'm MJ,
I'm just a neighbor from across the hall.
friendly neighbor.
I think Cameron has about 70 different things he noticed that he wants to discuss.
See, it's a danger that we can't control. One we can't even see.
I went too far.
Rebirth.
Who's that voice?
You know, this is going to make it terrible for me to edit with you skipping around like
I'm
that.
so sorry.
It's okay.
Who's that voice?
The narrator?
Yeah.
I don't know. He's a famous voice.
I was
but
like, I know the voice. I'm trying
Yeah.
to nail it down.
people might mention it in the comments. I don't know. I've seen on social media people mention the name, but I forget.
Okay. It sounds like
Spider-Man Far From Okay. Give me that. Okay. First,
Go on.
I was talking to Connor about this. Oh, I just keep waiting till late. I was thinking, is he becoming like Tobey's Spider-Man with like the original webbing? Because of
Organic?
like
Like,
yeah.
No web
like
shooter?
no web shooter. That's my first thought.
Mhm.
And then people are theorizing since Sadie Sink is supposed to be in it that she's gonna be Rogue, and they're thinking that because in X-Men, the eyes like turn black, which was kind of like how his were, but also like because of the lady in the tank, and then there's like switching and stuff. And then she was supposed I think that she was the one locked in the thingy. And then give me a second.
So this is just thoughts regurgitating.
Yeah, because I'm a girl. I'm just a girl.
I'm just a girl.
Um,
Me too, dog. Just a girl.
Oh, first off, I also liked how he had it on like as a beanie. That's just that's just cool.
Yeah.
Oh,
I do
also
like-
Punisher. He's in there. He's in Daredevil. I need to watch that. But
Also-
I like that they have like a little friendship going on. Also,
He knows Frank by name.
Yeah,
Which
so
is
they
interesting.
already know each other. I'm assuming at the beginning of the movie. I could be wrong, but
Yeah.
it seems that way. It's
Do
not like
we-
me.
Yeah. I mean, not obviously. In theory, I don't know the exact continuity they've created with Daredevil Born Again / incorporating the Netflix shows. I'm not sure exactly. I think it's just a keeping of actors, right? Not necessarily the storyline.
No. I at least Born Again keeps the Daredevil story.
It does?
I'm fairly certain.
Okay. So in theory, Peter could just be calling him Frank because people know who Frank Castle is. They know the Punisher is Frank
I
Castle.
haven't seen The Punisher, so I don't know what happens in that show.
Okay.
But
I don't either.
Frank doesn't have the lowest profile, I guess is my point. But the way he talks to him sounds like they have interacted before, and it's not just Peter reading headlines and knowing this guy's name,
Also,
which is interesting.
wasn't the Scorpion in there? And isn't that the original Scorpion guy? Or am I tweaking? And also, because if it is the original Scorpion guy, that means he's from a different universe, which means maybe people. Wait, keep it on the screen. People are also theorizing that Toby and Andrew are going to be back because of this setup, and but maybe they're not. You never know. Also, because who the heck webbed him when he fell from the original webbing? Like maybe Toby was there and was just like, I'm gonna keep you safe in a cocoon.
Okay, I'm gonna jump on a couple. I'm gonna briefly
that's
touch
all
on
I
a ton
got.
of the things you said.
That's all I have to say. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
Real quick. I'm just gonna do. I'm just gonna do again around all she said. First of all,
I just hit your toe.
please don't put Toby and or Andrew in this movie. Please. Like I love both of them as actors. It was
Why not?
so fun to see them come back in No Way Home. But if they are in this, it makes No Way Home seem less special to me. It seems like just a cheap, or not, obviously not cheap. It's an easy way to get people into the theaters because these guys are in it, rather than making a good product. Just make a fan service fest rather than making a good product, which we're already kind of getting with Hulk and Punisher, and we're also seeing Scorpion, and we're also seeing, I can't think of his name, but
I mean, this does feel like a street level Spider-Man movie. It doesn't feel like a saving the world Spider-Man movie.
yeah, and I like that. I'm a big fan of that.
That all signs to me would indicate that Andrew and Toby are not in this movie. There's nothing that I've seen that would indicate to me.
Well,
that
I'm
they're
not
in
saying that I want them in it. I was just saying what I've been seeing on the TikTok.
I hear that. I hear you, Claire. This is a very Marvel thing to put this scene up and edit out a couple characters. They did it for Infinity War, Endgame, No Way Home. They do it over and over.
Maybe that's not even Andrew and Toby. Maybe it's just like, I don't know,
Iron Man.
Shang-Chi. I don't know.
Shang-Chi.
Bring Shang-Chi into this movie. That'd be goated. I'm sure it's not Toby and Andrew. I will be upset. I will be upset if they put them in this movie.
Little jump he did.
I think
You can tell that she's the Gen Z expert by her inability to stay on a topic for more than 30 seconds.
yes. I hope it's not Andrew or Toby. I think someone will be in that scene that we haven't seen. Touching on her point about Sadie Sink, I have seen a lot of people theorizing of who she'll be. I think if Tom is not getting organic webbing in that scene and saving himself, it's possible that she's saving him, as people are saying she'll be Mayday, which is weird because that would cause time travel. I don't love
Spinneret?
that. Maybe. I mean,
Did you
Silk.
say Mayday his child?
Yes, that's why it's time travel. Silk would be interesting. Spinneret would be interesting, but that's
Is that Mary Jane?
That's Mary Jane.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't know.
I was just trying to think of like orange-haired spider people.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. I think if it's a spider person saving her, it's possible that it's her as a spider character. I think if it's someone else saving him with his own web shooter, it could be Frank possibly. I think Punisher saving him isn't totally out of character. And as far as Sadie Sink showing up as a X-Men, whether that's Rogue or I have seen some people wanting her to be Jean Grey.
Wait,
I'd rather.
Sorry, let me just say. I just want to say one thing. Jean Grey is the one of the worst comic book characters ever, in my opinion. Nobody knows what to do with her in the comics, in the movies. She's always bungled. I'm sorry. That's all I have to say.
They've done a poor job handling her in most media, that's for sure. And she's a character that you can do so much with. And what they've done a lot.
Jean Grey. Maybe I was thinking about not what's her face.
Rogue. What they've done a lot is either look up X-Men. What they've done a lot for Jean Grey is either make her an accessory to Scott Summers' Cyclops, or make her a wielder of the Phoenix Force, and most often just an antagonist because of that. And there's so much more they can do than that. But in general, I don't think this is the film where I want the X-Men introduced, where I want mutants to be whited on.
Sure.
I think Spider-Man and X-Men have a very fun dynamic, but I don't think that this movie where we're reestablishing this Spider-Man character is where we need to introduce X-Men.
No, okay, that's totally fair. I just want to say something. Mm-hmm. And okay, I have two things I want to say. Just a simple question, which is, do you know who these guys are? Do
you want to answer now? Or do you want me to let you ask your second question?
Answer this after I say my second.
Go ahead.
Because my second thing is going to take a little bit of explaining. So obviously, this trailer is showing that he has his mental struggles. It's Depresso Spider-Man, right? But there's also something physical going on with him. They say like Spider's 3 life cycles. Rebirth. They say rebirth at the end. It's like something is changing with him. Metamorphosis. It gives a little bit of vibes of like Tobey Spider-Man 2 losing his powers, but it doesn't seem like he's losing his power. It's more like maybe he's getting some powers or something.
Pregnant.
To me, as somebody who has not really read many Spider-Man cartoons, but has watched the whole entirety of the 90s Spider-Man TV show.
Yeah, he's better than me.
It was giving me vibes of when Spider-Man when in that show his DNA mutates and he turns into Man Spider, which is basically just like, I mean, I don't know if they're going to do this, but like he becomes more spider-like the top half of his body becomes a spider because the spider DNA is like mutating in his genes, and he's like, he can't control himself. He just becomes like a monster when that happens. And
does he go back to normal?
I mean, yeah, he has to get the help of, I believe, like Kurt Connors, and I don't know if there was someone else, but to help with his DNA stuff. And sorry, hold on.
No, you're good.
I think that's the vibes it gives here. I don't know if that's the direction they're going, but if that is the direction they're going, that would be interesting because his genes are essentially like, or his DNA is mutating in that storyline. Mm-hmm. And that could be a way that you could begin to bring mutation into the MCU to kind of like explain, like lead into X-Men discussions.
The X-gene.
Or something like that, you know?
I think that's very interesting. I want to ask you, is it in stages in which you watch him transform, or is it kind of just like he's Spider-Man and the next scene he's Man Spider?
What do you mean? Like in stages, like in terms of like across multiple episodes, or just during the transformation?
During the transformation, like is he start with 6 arms and then he like, or how does it work?
I don't remember super well, but I will say that this is a 90s cartoon with 20 to 30 minute episodes, so it's like
pretty quick.
It's pretty quick.
Okay. I don't know the exact route they're going with this. There is a version, there's some storyline in the comics where it sounds like what you're talking about, but the limit of my knowledge on it is he grows 6 arms and he's even more of a freak than he already is, and it's a whole problem. And he does go to Kurt Connors for help with that. Mm-hmm. And so I think it's a similar story that they adapted for the 90s film.
He's going to Bruce Banner now for help, it seems.
Yeah, I mean, that just seems like who he's talking to, right? Like Bruce was the one who was telling him it would be dangerous if his DNA was mutating, right?
Yeah.
Maybe he knows Man Spider.
Bruce?
Yeah. You never know. Maybe he made a man spider on accident.
Ooh.
We just never knew.
I think there's also I don't know why Peter would be in that web cocoon if he wasn't the one mutating, but there is also the possibility that when this person is talking about the 3 stages of a spider's life cycle or whatever, it's a no reference to Peter, and it's to some other character that we haven't really seen yet, like the person that was strapped in the chair, maybe.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, it could just be like a lecture he was
listening
like in
to,
on or
watching.
whatever. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
Also, Tom Holland's really ripped for this.
Thank you.
Just wanted to put that out there. Like, did you
and
see that body?
I don't know enough about like mutating Spider-Man storylines because they are not as rare as you think they'd be, I guess. So there's a lot of them, and I haven't read most of them. So I'm not sure the route they're going to take. But I can answer your first question. That's the Hand. Is the group that is
And,
that he's
and what
jumping
do we
at
know
here.
about? Like, what do they have
mean,
any ties to anybody we know in the MCU?
Typically, they're Spider-Man and Daredevil villains. I think
do they have a villain that we're
I'm sure they do, and I don't know enough about it because they're mostly a Daredevil franchise, and I don't pay too much attention to his.
I guess I'm wondering if like they seem Asian inspired.
Yeah,
in the way that they fight. Do you think that they could be in any way connected to Shang-Chi?
I was gonna ask that.
I would be so down for that, and I don't know enough about Daredevil or Shang-Chi to give a solid answer there. Like, brother, I think I've talked to you about this before, not to anyone listening to this. I have been waiting for Shang-Chi to show back up. That has been
He's
one of my...
in the Avengers movie. He's going to be.
Come out yet.
That hasn't come out yet.
I'm just saying.
So I'm still waiting.
I'm just saying.
Shang-Chi was one of my favorite of the most recent Marvel movies. Like, I think in the time period of when people have generally regarded the MCU to be not as good, Shang-Chi like stuck out to me. I think it's such a fun movie. I think it's a interesting direction for the MCU to take, and so I just want that character back. And I'm hoping he comes. I think it'd be interesting if this is how they reintroduce him, because he's not crazy powerful, so we can still keep that street level ish. And we saw him talking with Bruce Banner in the past, so there's some connection already. If he's the one in the scene, if he's in this movie, I'll be happy about that. That's for sure. But I don't know that I think he will be. Go on, Claire.
I was gonna ask about Venom, because in like the after credit scenes of some movie, he left behind a little bit of the symbiote. Your thing's flashing. He left behind a little bit of the symbiote, but then I was talking to Cesar, and he was saying that he didn't watch it, but he just mentioned that apparently they wrapped up the end of Venom. So like, why would it be there? But could it be anything to do with the symbiote in there?
In theory, I think
like
that
Toby?
I don't think that they'll go with the Venom storyline here.
Like a Black Spider.
Well, no, I wasn't thinking that. I was just thinking like,
is that part of the possible part of the mutation?
Yeah, like what if it got into his bloodstream or something?
It could. I do think they'll choose to ignore that one scene they put in No Way Home, I think is what it was.
Oh.
I think they'll choose to hope people forget that.
Then why did they do it?
Just in case they chose to follow up on it. But a lot has happened since then as far as Disney goes and the MCU goes, Claire. I think it would be cool if they bring Venom into the... Claire, I want to see Tom with a Venom symbiote. I think it'd be so fun.
Didn't Venom end already though? Like the movies wrapped it up? Like the symbiote died?
The Sony Spider-Man universe is done, if that's... Yeah.
Interesting.
Claire mentioned Gargan earlier. We saw him in Homecoming, right?
Scorpion.
Yes.
We saw him in Homecoming, or where did we see him before?
Yeah, Homecoming. Claire, you correct me. I think you probably know that movie a little better than I do. But I think we don't see him in the suit. We see him with a scorpion tattoo, and we hear him name dropped in the prison, talking
in the end credit scene.
Yeah, he's talking
to Vulture, right?
To the Vulture.
Okay.
But
that's the only time we've seen him so far, though.
I believe so. Claire, do you remember him being in Far From Home or No Way Home or anything? Because I think it's just the end credit scene.
It's just the end credit scene of the first. But But for some reason, I thought there was ow, my elbow. Sorry. Where was I talking about? I thought there was a scorpion in one of the other movies, and maybe it was because I forgot that he was in the end credit scene of that one. But I thought he was in like the other movies too, isn't there?
Like what other movies? Like other MCU or other like Venom or
Spider-Man?
Like Toby or Andrew fought him or something.
We don't.
I think I'm thinking of Rhino or whatever his name.
Andrew
Oh,
did
yeah,
fight
Rhi-
Rhino. Yeah.
Rhino does show up at the second Tarzan movie.
Scorpion's definitely in the after credit of
That same actor.
Homecoming.
yeah because he's like talking about how he wants to get out of prison with Vulture and like beat Spider-Man to death or something like that.
So Scorpion has shown up in a lot of media, and often because there are other more important storylines going on, he's kind of just a punching bag for Spider-Man. But let me start with the brief glimpse we saw of Gargan's suit in this. I think is sick. I think it's not over the top. Like we really only see his chest up, or like I don't know, neck up and the tail over the shoulder. But it looks dope. But I think it's an interesting choice to put Scorpion in this because the general storyline behind him becoming Scorpion is J. Jonah Jameson paying for a convict to get a suit to help him take down Spider-Man. And then the suit gets stuck to his body, and then it's a whole thing from there. So he's a really interesting villain to put in this, even if it's just for a little bit.
I know he was a big part of the animated series from the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember if they did that storyline with him. I know he was just a low-level criminal to start off with, and he just wanted to steal because I think his girlfriend was sick or something. I don't remember if that's exactly right, but he was the type of criminal who was stealing like for a loved one in his life, like Sandman is.
The third Spider-Man movie?
Yeah, like
yeah,
that.
for sure.
So I don't know if they're gonna do something like that or not, but the impression I got from the 90s was that he was just kind of like had a bunch of bad stuff happen to him and was dragged into villainy essentially, and became kind of like just had to be the Scorpion because now he's fallen in with Kingpin and all that stuff.
Got you. I think. I mean, I can't speak for like originally, but the thing that's coming to mind for me right now is I forget what it's called, but the new animated Spider-Man show. I don't know if you watched that. I did. I liked it. I quite enjoyed it. There's a lot of mixed reviews, but in that show, he's like the leader of a gang. Like he's criminal through and through. Not like he's irredeemable, but he's not someone like Sandman who you look at and kind of have remorse for immediately. And I like that version of him. I like when you just make a bad guy sometimes, you know? I don't know. And so I kind of hope that's what they go with here. And that's what, from my memory of the one scene he's in, he seems like a bad guy. He doesn't like he was saying he's gonna kill Spider-Man. I think is basically his line.
Yeah. No, I mean, I don't know what they're gonna do with him.
Same thing as you guys.
Huh? Yeah.
It seems like the street level thing is a common sentiment amongst a lot of people. Speaking of the villains, do you think that Scorpion is going to be the main villain, or do you think that there's a villain that's yet to be revealed, like that whoever was taking control of people's minds or jumping from person to person? Like, do you know any villains who would fit that?
Maybe he's trying to help Sadie Sink. Maybe she's like a villain, but she's not trying to be like she doesn't control her powers.
That could be interesting.
Jean Grey.
She's an antagonist, but not necessarily a bad guy. Is what you're thinking?
Yeah.
I'd be down for that. I have been racking my brain for who a Spider-Man villain could be that was like teleporting their consciousness like that, and I can't think of who it is, who it might be. I really don't know.
Don't put that in there.
Claire, this is real report. We don't cut.
Yeah, we don't cut.
Just kidding. I cut sometimes, but only important necessary.
Yeah, cut the cheese.
Sorry.
Oh.
This is important. Don't put my
So they seem to have framed this trailer as Scorpion being the main antagonist. But they also are showing the Hand as being important. I think Kingpin is probably involved in a Spider-Man villain to appear in this, especially with Born Again coming around and them having Punisher in this. But I really think it is going to come down to whoever that person is that's doing the teleporting unconscious, and I just can't think of who that might be. They also showed a character I can't think of his name. The guy who scrapes the pole here is a known bad guy. I don't know if I'll be able to find him.
Bad guy.
Boop, boop, boop. He scrapes the pole with his toe knife.
Scrapes the pole with his toe knife. I don't remember this.
Is he making up a part of the trailer?
I wish I was, Claire.
Cameron, this is not real.
I play from here. I feel like this might give it to us.
Spiders have 3 life cycles. When between cycles, it can leave the spider vulnerable to threats.
I don't know what's going on there.
Faced with a danger that we can't control. One we can't even see. Stay out of my way.
You're losing it, kid. And for those spiders who make it through, it amounts to a kind of...
That guy.
Oh, he looks like he's a member of that other group, doesn't he? Like the
He's
Hand group.
not. I mean, if it's the character I think it is, he's not. And I can't think of his name, and it's bugging me.
Wait. I know who this is.
This guy?
I don't remember his name, but I know him.
Yeah. Nice.
Thank you.
Um,
He looks like he's a part of Deadpool's world.
he does kind of have that vibe.
Oh, that's the voice. Oh, he's the Dr. Facilier.
Ah.
Yeah.
Do we know if Keith David has any credits in past Marvel movies?
I don't think so. He's mostly a voice actor, but
Okay. That's who's doing the voiceover, right? I figured it out.
Yeah.
He's 69.
Claire, do you recognize the guy in the chair that Spider-Man, not Peter, Spider-Man is talking to here? Do you recognize him?
I mean, it said his name was Bill in the subtitles. I don't know
who Bill is.
I mean, I know there's like a black guy who works at the Daily Planet in the show, Bobby or something, or is it Bobby? Robbie, yeah.
Yeah, he's the GOAT.
But I don't think that's him. I don't know who Bill is.
I don't know who Bill is either. We'll find out.
I want to just, sorry, I don't know if I'm jumping around here.
I mean, there was some stuff that Claire said that I wanted to touch on, but that was like super early. I kind of forgot. It's not that important.
I just want to say I really love this shot of Spider inside of his mask.
I do want to talk about that. I want to hear what it is you like about this so much.
Well, okay, obviously it's a cool shot. It's something we haven't really seen before with Spider-Man because you think of his mask as being really close to his face.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, there's a little gap between his eyes and it's not like it doesn't look exactly like a human face. But I think Claire has some stuff to say about this too, but I'm just going to say really quickly the reason I like it is because the way that we start off the trailer, he's obviously sad that he's not with his friends. Mm-hmm. It's putting us in his mindset. And this shot is like very much emphasizing his isolation. It's a beautiful shot, but it also I think has it communicates a lot of Spider-Man's mindset, and it's a very meaningful shot in my opinion. I just think that's like it shows the care that was put into the filmmaking. I think it just works really well with the scene, at least in the trailer, the scene that it's placed in.
I think
that's why I like it.
Yeah, I mean, I think the trailer as a whole does a good job of showing that whether or not, Peter's is having the struggles he's having, like mainly just losing everyone he knows, right? And having just lost Aunt May. He's creating the trailer's creating a distinction between Peter Parker and Spider-Man very clearly. And this shot, I think, shows us his transition. Like he's, very sad and then immediately swings into being the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. But I think the thing that caught my eye, no pun intended, about this shot, which I'm sure people have said all over the internet, is that
you have a low battery.
It's very clearly lacking the Stark technology, which I think is important. Obviously,
contributes to his isolation.
Yeah, for sure. Like we saw him trash the glasses in Far From Home, and then and then he only had like that one piece of Stark technology in No Way Home. But this is our first real look at his suit that doesn't have help from anyone else. And I think this is a fantastic shot to show it, because there's no HUD in here that's helping him with what he can see. It's just him and a mask, and hopefully he doesn't die. He's like web swinging on his own, I think that's really cool.
Thoughts on the mask shot?
He's got freckles.
He's got freckles.
Oh, but someone in the comments had said that it's kind of like a parallel to Tony when he was like falling from the sky in Iron Man. So
we do get
There's that.
shots of I don't think we've ever gotten a shot in the MCU, at least, of like with inside the Spider-Man mask directly looking at him, but we got that a lot for Tony. Like,
that's true.
So it is kind of a Iron Man type shot.
Yeah, definitely.
For sure.
you're gonna say a naughty word.
Go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna ask, one thing I wanted to talk about was Frank Castle, the Punisher, and how he's gonna play into the movie. I know one thing that people are concerned about is that his show and him as a character they're very R-rated. They're very hard edge, like violence, swearing, and Spider-Man's very PG-13. You're appealing to all audiences. Like, obviously, we saw them address that a little bit when like Frank's about to swear and then
censors him.
Yeah, covers his mouth with webbing. Yeah. That works for that one bit. Do you think do you think that they could keep that up for a whole movie and kind of make that? And what's that balance going to look like?
I think that my ideal way to create that balance is you let the balance be the characters being the characters. And so you make a rated R film, is what it is. You make a rated R film and you let Frank swear and go over the line a couple times, but you have Peter there being the voice of reason, being his silly, goofy self, and ultimately trying to stop Frank from making those decisions that you can't come back from.
Yeah.
That's not what this movie is, right? It's going to be PG-13.
It's obviously PG-13.
It's PG-13. That's fine. Thoughts?
Well, they dropped the first F-bomb with Guardians of the Galaxy 3. So
you can say one F-bomb in a PG-13 movie. If you say two, it becomes rated R. 95% sure Frank's going to drop an F-bomb in this movie.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
Mother.
Yeah, I don't think that they can have Peter censor him more than once without losing the slight humor of that bit, though. Like, I think...
Yeah. So do you think they're going to have a hard time with that balance, given that it has to be a PG-13 movie?
I think that an easy way to balance, to solve that problem is not put Frank... Don't give Frank too much screen time, right? Like, if you...
It seems like he doesn't have that much screen time.
Doesn't have that much screen time.
From what I've seen, just from this trailer, it seems like he's not in, like, a ton of scenes.
Yeah. I think if he has, like, 10 minutes or less of screen time, him dropping one F-bomb makes sense. That's fine. Sorry.
What were you saying, Clay?
Oh, I was just going to say, like, to not lose the humor. Obviously, they did it there in the trailer. But they could also at one point, sorry, just touched your leg. At one point do, like, Peter, like, webs his mouth and then he, like, rips it off and tries to go again and he, like, webs it again. Like, that's another...
Just double down on it?
Like, he just, like, keeps going. Like, that would just be a funny spot.
Yeah,
Like,
I agree.
so then they could do it twice.
I agree.
Then you got that.
Yeah,
that's true. That's true. I think that... I don't know.
Or you could have him shoot another one at him, and when he's about to swear, and this time he doesn't actually cover his mouth, but he stops it because he's like, not again, or something.
Yeah.
And smacks out of the air. I don't know.
Yeah, he's like pest and swats the...
Yeah.
Swats the
He
way.
gets his hand instead. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Man, a lot of people I know are so excited that we're getting depressed, broke, lonely Peter Parker.
So sad.
And
They
I
want
think
his
that's
downfall.
terrible to want a character to be like that. I get where they're coming from. I think what those people really want is a street level movie. And I think we got that. But I think more important than any of that is he feels, obviously, he's going through some crazy depressing stuff. But when we see him in the Spider-Man costume, he feels kind of quippy in the way that Andrew's Spider-Man was and the way that the comic Spider-Man is. And I mean,
he's
really
putting
like that.
on a mask.
He's literally putting on a mask, yeah.
And I just want to say, I want to push back a little bit on the idea of like, I mean, I can't speak for people in general, but the idea that people want him to be depressed and lonely, I think it's not that they want the character to suffer necessarily. It's
I think Marvel does.
Well, here's the thing: is what people want is they want to see people overcome suffering. And so you have to put a character in that situation because people want, like, the Spider-Man is so relatable. People want to feel like, this is me. I feel like I'm suffering in my life. I want to see him overcome it so I can feel like I can overcome it.
That makes sense. Yeah.
So I think that's kind of where it's coming from. It's not like people are like malicious with their intent. I think it's just like people like seeing struggle overcome, like underdog story. Like people just like that type of stuff. You know?
Yeah. That makes sense.
And I might just be being optimistic, but I think that we should, I'm just giving people the benefit of the doubt here in general.
That's mighty kind of you.
Thoughts?
Closing thoughts on the Spider-Man trailer?
Anything else you want to talk about for the trailer?
Tom Holland's a hottie.
Fair enough.
You heard it here, probably not first.
You heard it here last.
You heard it here eventually.
You heard it here in between the first and the last time you'll hear it. Anything else you want to talk about, brother, for this one?
I don't think so. I mean, I'm excited. This trailer's been out for a while. We're way behind on that. That's slightly my fault.
No, it's all good.
I'm really excited. I think my only concern is there seem to be a lot of elements that they're showing in this trailer.
There's a lot of stuff.
I think they can bring it together. I think it'd be cool to just get a little like
simple.
Yeah,
is good.
Yeah.
Simple. I don't know. Sorry.
Well, I was gonna say, I think a way to make some of this make more sense is spend our first 20 minutes watching, maybe play a little catch up with Peter, see all the stuff he's been going through, and then we lock in, and then we lock into a more linear, singular storyline.
Sure. Yeah, that sounds good.
We'll see though.
All right. Well,
it's been real.